Hello and welcome guys, as we finally actually get to start this game. It's gonna be the Mineski Pro Gaming League, the Season 6 Southeast Asian Qualifiers, the semi-final number 2. Rave already beat MSI Evolution 2-0. It's now Insidious Idol going up against Titan. And well, Titan, they just came from a 2-1 victory over Interactive Philippines in the Star Series. And man, game 3, it must have been so tiring for them, but they have another best of 3 here. We'll see how well they can do. My name is Coucher and I am joined by HeflaTV.
That's me. My name. Yeah.
Yes. At least you know your name, so everything is good.
That's good. But yeah, Titan just had an amazing game, which you might have seen over on Beyond the Summit, casted by Loisander and Insidious Idol. Like, they actually had quite a decent performance here in the MPGL qualifiers, at least what I saw and what I've casted. And I don't know, Titan, after this long game, maybe a bit tired, maybe a bit exhausted, who knows? Insidious Idol, I don't know. It's definitely interesting. I mean, it's a best of 3, so everything can happen, and I really hope everything happens. I just have to excuse myself for 2 minutes because it's tea time.
No, I actually have,
yeah, I
just
actually have to
carry
get my
on.
tea.
So we already see from the draft that actually Insidious Idol banning out the Rat King, the Nature's Prophet, whereas Viper also banned by them. Rather uncommon first bans nowadays, at least. But Titan, with these bans, they get their hands on the Lycan. And well, the push is strong with that one. I'm kind of hoping Insidious Idol to pick up the Shadow Shaman now, because not only would it give Titan extra push, Net also just completely loves that hero, just utilizes it so well and somehow always finds the early Blink Dagger. But of course, Faceless Void is also available, so Faceless Void, Skyrock Mage is one possibility for Insidious Idol if they want to go for that. Ancient Apparition Faceless Void is there as well, and well, as are multiple other combinations, of course. We'll see what they want to go for. I do think that they want to prioritize on some counter push at least. First pick will be the Razor, getting some push of their own once the Aghanim Scepter comes out, and before that just get a hero that builds mech for their team. Overall, pretty solid. Static Link, of course, prevents so many heroes from being too aggressive, or at least having to back off for a little while, break the link, and then maybe come back in. But Brewmaster is secondary pick for Insidious Idol, so Titan. Are we gonna see that just Death Ball style push?
No.
Shadow Shaman? No, you say no?
I say no. No push strategy, please. We want to see some heavy team fight. I mean, I don't even know why, but like always, like whenever we're not casting the games, like they're going for like 70 minutes, crazy what the hell games, and then I don't know, we get like 20 minutes, 30 minutes games where we have like, I don't know, statistically impossible advantages on either side. So I'm really hoping that this one is gonna be some long buyback fest of crazy Roshan, Rosh Pit wipes and stuff like that. I don't want to see too much push, but of course, Titan, they get the Lycan, so the chances for that are pretty slim. There will be push and split push as well.
Well, I mean, Ancient Apparition overall with Titan. They played that hero, I think, against Interactive Philippines as well just now. Of course, the hero is just crazy strong when you get the ultimate, especially when you have the Aghanim Scepter upgrade for it as well. And with the Lycan, you should get enough towers to speed up the process for Ancient Apparitions Aghanims, of course, as well as any items on your team.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just think Insidious Idol's 2 cores at the moment are just so extremely strong.
Absolutely, and well, let's see what we get. I mean, the second bun stage is out. And now we see what the teams they're gonna emphasize, what they don't want to have. Obviously, the Rasta, okay, Disable and the Master Promoter out, and Titan's bans are definitely interesting. Like, I mean, the Batrider not so much. Obviously, the Lasso could be quite dangerous for the Brewmaster, or even for the Lycan. But the Lish, that's, I don't know. Like, I don't understand.
Oh, I have no clue. I guess the ice armor does slow down the pushing of the towers, of course.
Yeah.
So maybe they're really afraid of that, because if you don't go for something like a Pagna that can actually take towers by magical damage, the ice armor does actually prevent Lycan. And overall, I think the biggest aspect of ice armor is that it slows your hero as well, not only the attack speed and just gives extra armor to the tower, but your movement speed as well. So if Insidious Idol they want to fight when Titan is pushing, Titan is actually going to have or would have had a hard time disengaging because of their slowed movement speed.
I guess, but still, like I think there is a lot of I don't know, more high value ban out there to choose from. But okay, they decide to go for Lich. On the other side, they take the Vengeful Spirit. I guess the Vengeful Spirit, it kind of depends. Like, I don't know if they pick a. I don't actually no. I have to be honest. I don't understand the Vengeful ban either. So I don't know. Skyriff Mage it is. That's of course finally something I absolutely understand.
Insidious Idol, they're just aging for a Faceless Void for with the 4th pick, I think.
Yeah, but it's a bit too obvious though, isn't it? Because I mean, the Vengeful Spirit, if it comes out, I wanted to say something about the Void, but then I was like, okay, if they don't go for a Void in the 3rd pick, then maybe Titan is gonna even do it, and it would fit in. I mean, Ancient Apparition is already there, and they could pick in the 4th and the 5th accordingly, but it's not happening. And right now, okay, I mean, let's see, Idol, Void, question mark. It might work out. Utility Void offline and the 5th pick as support. Why not?
Well, I have no. It's so weird because Batrider also got banned out by Titan. I was like, okay, Vengeful Spirit would kind of counter the Batrider, but Titan, they banned out Batrider before the Vengeful Spirit got banned, so Faceless Void would be the most logical conclusion to me. I mean, Vengeful Spirit is used, I guess, to counter Black Hole, Batrider, as well as to some extent the Chronosphere. So,
yep. I don't know, but they take all the time, and it's a Mirana. Okay, I did not see this one coming, I have to be honest. I did not see the Mirana coming, but that is a support Mirana, I just assume. And Skyriff Mage, Mirana, it's not the best synergy, but of course, like, the big ultimate is still there, the Moonlight Shadow. Then again, a Lycan with the Necro is already like 1 safe detection and later into the game. And yeah, there was one hero we didn't even talk about, which was not seen in the bans. That's why I did, for example, not understand the Vengeful Spirit. It's the Death Prophet. So Insidious Idol, I don't know, they let a lot of push through. This is a Lycan plus a Death Prophet. That means we have at least 4 units plus a Lycan plus a Howl plus the Ghosts.
I mean, to be honest, I really love the Titans' last 2 picks so far. Lion just having the nuke damage and of course the disable to deal with the Brewmaster. And once you get that initial disable on the Brewmaster, Death Prophet can also follow up with her silence. So in theory, Brewmaster, if he's not careful, might not even get the Primal Split off. But, I mean, I guess at some point gonna go for a BKB if it really is that bad. The same for Razor.
Yeah. But, I don't know, it's like... The amplification, even of right clicks on Titan side, is huge. It's really huge. If you think about it, we have Lycan plus Necro Aura as well. Like, we have the Chilling Touch. If that all comes out at the same time for the team fights, this is just nuts. Like, especially if I think about heroes like Mirana and Skyriff Mage. We also have a Silence. Now with the Lion, we have a Magical Burst, which comes in handy, obviously, against Skyriff Mage, Mirana. These are targets you can one-shot with that easily. There is an Ice Blast, of course, and if that one hits, the only thing that really is immune to all of that is the Brewmaster. But even then, the Brewmaster, like, if everything is up, like Chilling Touch, Howl, Necro units, and the Exorcism just, I don't know, flying around with all those ghosts, then even the Brewlings are not safe. Like, there will be enough damage to get them down at least like 20 minutes into the game, and that's what's so dangerous about this. So, I don't know, Insidious Idol, I just don't see this draft yet, while on Titan side I know where they are going. It's a nice mix of pickups, roaming, and push at like minute 15.
Yeah, but Insidious Idol, with their lineup, they're probably actually geared to fight into every single push the Titan is gonna go for. I mean, Sand King Mirana, that's already just quite a common combination, or at least used to be. Then the Skyriff Mage on top of that, to just burst people down, Brewmaster with the Primal Split. So we might just start to see a lot of action unless Titan, they kind of go for the split push Ratty style.
Yep, sure. Why not? I mean, the Sand King, at least they get a big ultimate again in there, but again, there's like the setup missing. I just missed the setup. Like, we have a Mirana arrow, which is more or less a fishing arrow, unless we talk about a Brewmaster maybe working there with a Cyclone. But everything else, now with the Sand King, maybe there's a setup, but it's also not gonna be a very long ranged arrow because you only have 2.17 seconds time to actually land it, which translates into maybe just a 2.5 second arrow follow-up. The slow of the Scarab Mage is just too unreliable, but at least with the Sand King and the Scarab Mage we have something. We have the Mystic Flare that might, yeah, find his target there, or at least, let's say, 2/3 of the damage value, 600,000, 1,400. But the laning, I'm curious about the laning. Brewmaster mid or Razor mid, like if that Death Prophet is going mid, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. I would rather prefer the Brewmaster even.
There you have so many options and just possibilities. They can run the Mirana in any solo lane, even solo off lane if they really want to. Have a Razor like aggressive tri lane, Mirana aggressive tri lane, Brewmaster safe lane, Razor mid lane. It's just, they can literally do whatever they want.
Razor tri lane, Mirana solo farming, and a Brewmaster mid. That would be my guess at the moment. But maybe Insidious Idol deciding to swap it around, the Razor and the Brewmaster in a position. Let's see. But we're getting even more tanky on Titan side here. The last pick for Ohio here is the Bristleback, and that means we have a Lycan and Death Prophet Bristleback, like 2 or 3 pretty tanky targets when we get later into the game, and a lot of AoE damage, like we already talked about it. We have Ice Blast, we have the Exorcism, and now we have all the Bristle, Shizzle, and a lot of push potential, nice pickups, Magical Burst, like HPS neglectance as such from the Ice Blast. It's, I don't know, I favor the draft of Titan, but of course we saw today, for example, Lycan being shut down completely. Wraith managed that in the earlier game today, and let's see, maybe Insidious Idol really, I don't know, makes a huge, I don't know, impression here when it comes to the laning stage. Something I would not expect, and yeah, let's see if that's happening.
To be honest, I think Insidious Idol's lanes might be a bit stronger, but the only downside of their lineup to me really is, yes, they can fight a lot early, maybe even win those team fights, but just going for towers after that, before the Aghanim Scepter comes out on Razor, is gonna be just so much harder than for Titan, because they have 2 extremely strong pushers, and in theory I absolutely love pushing lineups which have a tanky frontliner as well, and the Bristleback should just fit perfectly.
Yep, absolutely. But either way, guys, we're gonna go fast introduction of the teams before we hop into it. It doesn't look like we have any crazy aggression or gank train coming in unless the Brewmaster decides to just keep on going here in enemy jungle. But no, Ohio is on a Bristleback, as already mentioned in the draft, and we have NWP or just Yamate on the Death Prophet. Then behind him there is Net on the Lion, Extinct on the Ancient Apparition, and who did I forget? Oh, KYXY. Oh, I'm so sorry, KYXY. Oh, how can I forget him? Of course, the famous KYXY on the Lycan.
Yes, and for Insidious Idols, on the Dire side, Chu will be playing the safe lane Razor, having Neltharion, also known as Deathwing, playing the Skyrath Mage, as Siret, playing the Sand King, mid lane taken up by Ysera, and possibly one of the most awesome names in Dota, the offlane Brewmaster, played by Shagasaurus.
Yep, and that's it. Oh my god, I just got owned in the chat. Yes, I say I don't know a lot, because it's like, for me, to be honest, I have to admit, like, I don't know, it's like more of a phrase catching like 1 second, just thinking about a certain thing, just saying I don't know, and then still saying something which you then know. So actually, oh, 1 second.
Hefla's getting robbed at the moment, guys. Sorry, he needs to be right back.
Oh, Jesus, that is always horrible. Like, this is like, I mentioned it, like, some people know it, those people who follow us. I'm living like next to some sort of high security, whatever, software or hardware thingy. And whenever there is a bird peeing on that house, the fucking alarm is going off. Like, and I'm sitting here, 35 degrees, and I want my windows open, but apparently that's not possible anymore.
Hopefully you'll survive at the moment. But looking at the lanes, it's actually a Brewmaster off lane. So I guess they went rather standard there, having Ysera farm up mid lane on the Mirana. Chutu fairly good enough against the Prophet, maybe with a few lucky scouting arrows can even set up a kill, but I really don't expect any kills to be happening unless the supports rotate.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, so far, I know, Bristleback versus Ohio, then, I don't know, Bristleback versus Ohio, I just said. I mean, the Razor versus Ohio here, the Razor should definitely dominate this lane, just driving him out all the time. Like, the Panda, of course, he has to be careful when there is a nice setup, but they need a stun for it. So Ned has to be the one landing it. But now we already see a rotation here. It's the first smoke in the game, a very early one. It is
Extinct! The Burrow Strike comes out, he had boots of speed to actually get the range. Chegasaurus, Thunderclap to follow. Even the concussive shot was used. A few right clicks and actually Skyriff Mage, Neltharion takes it. I was almost certain they're going to leave it to Chegasaurus, but I mean, always good.
Net didn't even bother with like the Earth Spike. He didn't even try to interrupt it. He just accepted the fact, oh okay, that's first blood. Let's just, I don't know, not miss the small camp pull here.
Yeah, actually Chegasaurus now, he's playing the bully. I mean, not yet level 3, so Thunderclap still level 1, but Neltharion so far hanging around as well. Just backing up the Brewmaster and, well, he's finally gonna go away. I thought like maybe I'm gonna stay here as a babysitter, because as long as he stays there, even the concussive shot should be enough to just keep Chegasaurus alive, but they want to go for more! The concussive shot is there, haste rune on thread, what a good rune to get Burrow Strike to follow, Thunderclap, a few more right clicks once again, and just rinse and repeat, but the Earth Spike this time around. Well, it did come in Neltharion, he's gonna go down in return, so Lion at least just getting some small revenge.
Yep, I mean, no kill will follow on this one, but still, like, it was the right decision. Like, the lowest HP pool target at the moment for the idols is the Skyriff Mage, and with a Chilling Touch, like, they can easily make this possible, especially because the Lycan already had the Brown Boots. And, yep, this haste rune on the Sand King, that was, of course, very fortunate. With this, they still get a better trade out of it, but then again, Lycan also gets some farm. But, I mean, they couldn't ask for more. The Brewmaster, like, in this lane, he would have been shut down if it wasn't for those supports. So, yes, it's definitely a good start. But we have to look in the other lanes as well, because we have Yamate versus a Mirana. A matchup I don't like, and a matchup where I prefer the Mirana, I don't know, where I prefer the Death Prophet any day. And Yamate also super aggressive. Now, look at this. Is there another Crypt Swarm? Level 2 Crypt Swarm really could be dangerous for him, but gladly, he just had an uphill miss there.
Yeah, if he had actually landed that, the Crypt Swarm probably would have been just enough. Maybe with the like magic mitigation, the 25% that you get just from base magic resistance already, may have survived like 5 to 10 HP at best, but definitely the harass is just so damn strong, and well, we already see the leap out.
Yep, and the Self also being forced out, but I don't know, when they're both bottle crowing, like overall, Yamate will always have more pressure on the Mirana, and when it comes to right clicks, even there they're relatively similar. I mean, the base damage of both is pretty much the same, and I don't know, with the Howl, for example, that's one advantage he got, plus he, I don't know, got 3 branches and still the same damage as a Mirana with a Wraith Band starting. So I don't know. And it's also like boots versus no boots. It's also a big problem for him at the moment.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, at least Mirana is keeping up with farm. They're actually neck and neck at the moment, 19 and 5 compared to 18 and 4. So it just depends on whose creep wave is pushing out at a certain point in time. Chegasaurus now gets some harassment from KYXY with the wolves, but nothing too specific. But looking at the top lane, Ohio 10 and 0 compared to Choose 24 and 11. So like you said, man, Razor just completely dominating that matchup.
Yep, absolutely. Like, that's a 24 and 11. Jesus, Ohio not really getting anything out of this lane. But okay, I'm not saying I'm saying not anything. He still got like 11, but in 5 minutes, that's of course not much. Now he's trying to get something on the neutrals, but oh well. Is there a go here? This is only level 1 Burst Strike. You can't really do anything with that, to be honest. And even if you steal a lot of damage with a static link, that won't be really successful. But oh, in the mid, there's the go. But oh, the arrow doesn't connect. The second hit Starstorm doesn't come, but it's still enough for a kill here. Easy pickup on Yamate. He was a bit too ballsy there after all.
Yeah, and really smartly just hanging around Skyriff Mage, waiting for the kill patiently. He was actually in the mid lane for quite a long time by now, like minute and a half at least, I think. So in the end, paid off. Ysera getting some breathing space as well. Maybe even like catch up and surpass the Death Prophet as far as last hits go. XP wise, of course, always helps to get a kill. And
yep.
Do you actually think that Ysera, is he gonna like AFK farm mid lane for a certain period of time, or is he gonna start getting active on the map as a Mirana?
I don't think he's gonna go active, judged by the fact that he doesn't, for example, pick up Moonlight Shadow, so he is not interested in those ganks, for example. And with the Starstorm, he's trying to get the Yamate some harass damage in. But the funny part, in the end, he gets more than Yamate does. It's all about a bit the runes, but for some reason the Persepack, for example, just took the illusion rune. So I don't know what that was all about, because Yamate could have used one more bottle charge and then, I don't know, bottle that illusion up. But either way, like, even though Idols is 2 kills ahead, I don't think they fear too much is like that small disadvantage they have at the moment, because they have a Lycan, and the Lycan is farming well. He's almost on 2k gold, so that is a really fast flats in. And then I don't know what's their goal. The question is, do they want to secure the tier 2 towers first to like have a better position around the Rosh pit? But then again, the Rosh pit, even the tier 2 tower is relatively fast if you really want to rotate and contest. Or does he try, maybe he tries to sneak in, but then again, idols, that would be a bit too obvious, even though today Wraith, they managed it to sneak a Roshan. But I mean, as a Radiant side, on the Radiant side. So let's see. I'm looking really forward what the Lycan is planning this game.
Yeah, and actually speaking of the Lycan, he might be in huge trouble. The Primal Split is ready. The 2 support heroes have smoked up. Oh, never mind, it's a Moonlight Shadow. It should be an easy kill KOX, but he doesn't know what's waiting for him. Burrow Strike up. Arcane Bolts. The Thunderclap, a few right clicks, and man, Shagasaurus. Easiest kill of his life.
Yep, I wonder what he builds. He has 2 Ringer Region flats recipe, but of course now that he died, it's not enough for Morbid Mass, so he goes for flats, but with 2 Ringer Region.
Maybe it was kind of a panic buy, or sometimes it bugs as well a little bit. I mean, what can it be? It can't be forced. I mean, I guess Tranquils might not be
Tranquils
too bad
on a
of an
Lycan, that would be a first.
Just
that
let the wolves tank it up when you jungle and just regen yourself. Tank yourself, then switch, let the wolves tank, regen up yourself. I don't know. Something like that, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I still hope it's a bug, or maybe it was really like a misbuy.
Like and 4-staff man coming out.
Like a 4-staff. Well, maybe he's gonna be the mech
concussion shot onto net. I don't think they're close enough though. Ysera, maybe if he had gone the right way, but Yarrow, it still will connect!
Oh, beautiful. Oh. Beautifully done, and even the seal on top of it with Starstorm and the Burst Strike. I mean, that was 100, I don't know, 200% safe kill there. And look what the courier does. He's just at the side shop, I guess, waiting for the Morbid Mask, and he's at 800 gold. After that small camp, he should have the flats plus his Ring of Health or Ring of Region there.
Yeah, I mean, the flats just helps you so much. Suddenly jungling is so damn easy. You can have the Ancient Apparition soak up XP bottom lane, or of course maybe a Lion. Both of the support heroes are extremely reliant on just getting that level 6. The ultimates, once they get those, the just map opens up a little bit more for Titan. Just going around, Finger of Death, Ice Blast, easy kill on most any heroes.
Yep, absolutely. And I don't know, Idols is, how can I say this, like 4 kills ahead. Titan doesn't seem to be very much worried about this still. Like if you have an advantage like that and you keep on, I don't know, progressing like that, at some point it gets really dangerous for Titan. They should not underestimate what's coming out of all those kills.
Shapeshift Brewmaster stand up, but actually, I mean, even forcing the Primal Split is good, unless Net goes down here. He does have boots of speed, but scouted out, thrown up in the air, so back down. Now, Boulder toss, Net dropping extremely low. Can they kill the Brewlings? Maybe, no Net. He's gonna make it out. Sky of Mage just helps out.
Moonlight Shadow, just to be sure there. That's, yeah, I don't know. He didn't get the Fire Panda like fast enough on the Lion, and therefore there was no way. But maybe in the mid, there we have it.
Aggressive leap, Starstorm, 1 Arcane Bolt. Man, that was a pretty ballsy move, but they were so sure that they can execute it and well.
It's a AA, low HP pool, therefore absolutely no problem. The Scarab Mage camping there at the side, but in the meantime, there we have the first push. Like, I actually was talking about the 13 to 15 minute mark, but it's 10 minutes and now they decide to go in, capitalize on what they did here in the bottom lane before, driving out the Panda, and the Panda with that ultimate, you can't really do anything against this.
The Corrosive Shot is there, but Thunderclap was already used as well, so the best thing they can do is deny the tower. Nope, Nature Prophet or Death Prophet are too strong. Ysera immediately silenced up, the Crypt Swarm comes out as well, and now the Exorcism. Oh man, this is a huge mistake. Shagasaurus, can he somehow make it out? Shred is there, the Burst like does connect. One more Crypt Swarm, one more right click, that's all they needed to get Shagasaurus. But man, this Mirana came into a silence and immediate death.
That was perfect timing. Yamate there really made the play, like silencing the Mirana. There was no leap forward, no arrow, no Starstorm, no nothing. That was exactly the damage needed. Like, I mean, the Mirana is their mid hero. He is like one of the highest level here on the pitch, obviously. But yeah, when you're silenced, he couldn't do anything. Also, the Sand King, very unfortunate. Like, he came into that fight, but he is, first of all, like 200 gold away from his Blink Dagger, and he's like half a level away from level 6. Like, with the Silence out, with the Earth Spike out, for example, and the Lion completely out of mana, he could have actually went for a Burst Strike Epicenter, but yeah, needed half a level for that. So Titan is striking back, getting the first tower earlier than I expected, and to be honest, they can just continue. Like, the Lycan is pretty much online as much as the Lycan can be online, and I don't know, top tier 1, mid tier 1, we have to see what's next.
Yeah, and actually the crazy thing is that the Bristleback, although he was struggling quite hard on the lane, he is actually stacking and farming up the Ancients at the moment with his Quill Sprays. So been catching up in net worth, actually only 20 gold away from his mech, so just needs to run Gnome and wait for it to regen. But bottom, never mind, Ice Blast was flying, but Chagasaurus already got away. But man, this Bristleback is, I think, going to be the scariest part to begin with, because with the Bristleback being in front, the Death Prophet should feel relatively safe, at least until the Blink Daggers come out for the Brewmaster and the Sand King.
The Bristleback also finished just a mech right now, like as we speak about, as we talk about him. Ohio with the mech, that means now they can even go more ballsy right now. They just had a Freeman push, and that was already successful just to get the tower and drive out the rest of them, plus even get the bonus kill, like a cherry on top of the cake. But now with the mech on the Bristle, it's getting even more dangerous. And as we talk about Yamate, he is level 9, not level 11 yet. Of course, that's most, I don't know, most of the time we see that. That's like before the second Exorcism comes out, we never really see Exorcism level 2. But they smoke here in the mid, and the Lycan is going to go for split push. Is there any answer yet? Not really. Smoke on both sides. Yeah. Who's finding who?
Well, it looks like Insidious Idol, they're on the completely wrong side of the map at the moment. I mean, yes, Sand King has the Blink Dagger, so that's always good. Chagasaurus just finished the drums as well, but what do you actually think of the Brewmaster going for drums rather than the Blink Dagger?
I don't know. That's
oh, Epicenter being channeled. They're gonna go for KOX, but the Burrow Strike does catch him as well. Will they have enough though? Yes, the silence is there. Just to boost the magic.
Going. But at the same time, we have to split push top. It's funny that the Lycan is not the one split pushing. The Lycan is the one who's getting ganked, and top Ohio and Yamate, they're just gonna finish the tower. Maybe it's gonna be a tower trade because mid tier 1 is relatively low already, and yes, they should have enough. Or there's no cliff available. Ohio coming in. Yes, the Bristle sprays, but it looks like...
mode. No, denies there. Earth Spike just as the Primal Split came. Now Ned stunned up by the Boulder Toss. They throw up Ohio in the really good target to go for, but actually the Concussive Shot still landed on the Bristleback. So Razor, will he have enough? Another Boulder Toss? Yes, the last strike does get the kill actually onto Ned. And now Brewlings, they're on the run Ohio. He's angry, he wants to go for some more, but straight, beautiful 2-man Burrow Strike. Blink out as well, didn't take any damage for it. And Chagasaurus just TP's out, and that was a really good chest.
That was on the edge though. Like the Sand King, he was completely out of mana. The only thing he had left was really that one Burrow Strike, and this completely secured the retreat. But the problem is, yeah, sure, you got a tower, sure, you got a kill on a support, but now you have to go back to the fountain. And this time, Titan, that's what I like about them. Oh, there's an arrow connecting on the KYXY. Well, all his damage is stolen, so he's going down pretty much synchronously with the tower. I don't know, I mean, objective going down for Titans, yes, but Idol's at least getting here and there some kills, even though I'm not sure if that's enough to win the game.
Well, I think they were kind of expecting for this to happen when they came into this game as well. I mean, just keeping those towers alive and against the lineup that Titan has is gonna be hard as it is. Although I actually thought that Insidious Idol might be doing a little bit better, especially with the kill lead that they have. Just getting that relatively early Blink Dagger and Sand King as well, and of course Brewmaster just being able to fight every time the Primal Split is off.
Yep.
So far though, Skyriff Mage just now has level 6. Mystic Flare wasn't available to him for the previous fights. So maybe they can defend the tier 2s a little bit better, and of course tier 2s are harder to push already because you have to go much deeper into your enemy's side of the map.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really just worried about that. I mean, Titan, I said it already, there's two things you have to keep in mind. The first thing is, of course, like how much kill disadvantage can you have, like on the scoreboard, like to actually matter. When we look at the experience, sure, I got a 4k lead. Then again, if you look at the goal, it's kind of equal just because there's, I don't know, all those objectives going down. Idol tried to do something here and then. They actually managed to get 2 tier 2 towers down, but I'm just afraid that, I don't know, Titan, they can just rush the objectives and they don't even care if someone is going down here and there. And it wasn't even, how can I say, it wasn't even something like the Lycan, for example, in the mid. That wasn't something that I already played out. It was just a fishing arrow and KYXY just not seeing it because it was, of course, well played. But under normal circumstances, I think they can tank up a lot of things. And even the Brewmaster ultimate, you saw it. It's just hardly or barely enough to get a support kill, and that's all about it. Like, he can't really hold them back, and you also saw that they focused on the Fire Panda so fast in the past, and now it's gonna be even faster, and he has to worry soon that the rest of the Broodlings are also dying. That's the biggest thing, and we haven't seen a single time yet now a full team fight where Titan was like, hey guys, let's fight this. Howl up, Chilling Touch out, Shapeshift on, Exorcism on, and then Prisserback go in YOLO mode. And the Finger, we haven't even seen the Finger yet because he's not level 6, but that's coming soon. Which we also didn't see yet is like a huge multiple target Ice Blast. If that all is coming out, I think we're gonna see a lot of kills on Titan's side pretty much soon.
Yeah, just missing the Finger of Death for 15 minutes into the game. It's actually pretty huge that Net is so low level. A hero, or rather a player that usually just finds the levels, finds the farm, early blink daggers, what have you. So far though, just has the Tranquil Boots, 2 branches and a TP. Rather poor, and actually Death Prophet decided to go for Arcane Boots, but he's going to turn it into a Bloodstone later, since he also has the point booster, and a Bloodstone Death Prophet is something I don't see all that often, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't really understand, because usually you get, like in the normal builds you go for, you have anyway a nice mana pool, or like even a nice HPS or MPS in that, for that matter. I don't know, Yules for example is an item I like so much, especially if someone is chasing you. You can use it on a Mirana, you can use it on the Skyrath Mage, or on yourself if for example Mystic Flare is coming on you, stuff like that. So a Bloodstone, yes, you have of course the advantage of gathering those charges, maybe even suiciding and helping your team there, especially if you're the focus, which he, I guess, is expecting. But then again, a Yules, yeah, is the standard item, movement speed, and what I just mentioned before. But still, it's Yamate, much more experienced player than I'm a caster, and therefore we should trust him and see where this is going.
If I had to find the reasoning why to not go for the Yule Scepter, is maybe that he's actually afraid of the Sanking, getting a Blink Burst Strike before he gets the Yules, and the same is with BKBs. But our Moonlight Shadow, we might see a fight top lane. There is a Sentry Ward of Shegasaurus. They should spot him out now, and yes, the pink scum, but now Yamate, he's slowed down already. He pops his action, but Mystic Flare, Net gets blown up, as does the support hero Net. Oh, Ohio might be next though. Yes, that's 4-4-0, and man, this Death Prophet just completely got blown up. I mean, Epicenter used.
Yep, that was Mystic Flare, Epicenter, pretty much everything. Eye of the Storm, of course, doing damage there. It was just nuts, and a Brewmaster also making sure they get the 4th one. So all they have to do is now wait for the creep wave. It's funny how they stand here in front of the tier 1 tower. Now they are like, hey guys, this is a tier 1 tower. Why are we actually standing here? We have a mech, so we might as well just take it. But that was kind of funny. You saw the communication there. Like, first they were standing, then they were like, why are we exactly standing here? Either way, they get the tier 1 tower down, and now the question is, do they want to continue, or are they afraid of what's coming there? I mean, one thing is coming for sure, the Lycan in the bottom lane. He's split pushing still, but it seems like they stay around, or maybe not.
Yeah, 1 TP back should be enough, but still tower, I mean, he's taking chip damage, and really Lycan doesn't need the tower to take any damage, to be honest, but it's always good if it's lower than half or full HP rather. But now
I still
finally,
think they should have continued, because they have enough sustain.
I think they have to bait this out, because Shegasaurus has his Blink Dagger now, has the Primal Spit ready. And this might be epic bait or epic fail.
That fight. They have enough sustain. And there we go.
Thunderclap, Primal Spit as well, and Yamate gonna get slowed down by the Concussive Shot, possibly. Boulder Toss is there, but the Ice Blast is flying Hellfire. Beautiful Earth Spike from Net, stopping the Mystic Flare from coming out, and Yamate, can he outrun them? Drums pop, another Boulder Toss, they need to get close, but he's just healing up. A few more right clicks from the Razor, they do get the kill in Net Chu. He's the author for that, but now Net from the backside goes down as well. 2 easy kills for 1, and Ohio, well, he's full HP, but can he chase anybody down?
Oh, actually the Burst Strike used quite early now. That, of course, he can chase him here. That was a bad Burst Strike, because it was not into the trees or not anything else, and now he's just going down. That was a bad Burst Strike. He could have chosen to go into the trees and TP, or rather Blink Dagger out afterwards. He could have, I don't know, gone to the right and then just Burst Strike to the low ground, and he's gone. But he chose to just use the Burst Strike frontal to get away from, I don't know, Ohio that Nazagood him already 3 times there, so no way to get out of there. I think that was a huge misplay on the Sand King. He didn't have to die here. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I kind of tend to agree with you there. I mean, I guess Panic Barrow Strike is the best way to call it there. Definitely just didn't really think it through. And with that kill, actually, Ohio now has himself a Hood of Defiance as well. Definitely a lot more tanky, especially if the Mystic Flares will come up, rain upon him. And if he, as a Bristleback, actually goes for a pipe as well, it might be enough to just let every one of your teammates survive the fight.
Yeah. Yes, I mean, so far, KYXY, he's farming all the time. Like, he didn't really achieve anything as in split push in tower, for example, the tier 2 bottom, where he was most of the time, is pretty much untouched. Like, there's only 150 damage or so done on the tower. Like, he didn't even send the wolves for it. He's just been farming jungle. Like, so far, there was actually Observer scouting him out all the time. But now, Insidious Idol, Moonlight Shadow being used to get in here, but the Lycan Wolf will scout it out. They have a sentry. The sentry ward, by the way, in an awesome spot. I love this spot. Like, you don't see this very often. And now, there's the Ice Blast flying.
Connects it too as well, and Chagasaurus, he's so low before the fight. No Earn on anybody either. Man, I really want to see Earn when you're just fighting so much early on anyway.
Yep, but I don't know, they just don't like it, I guess. Earn is in my opinion always a strong item. Like, at least one of you should always have it, like in a team fight situation. And I mean, they have 15 kills. That means they're 11 kills ahead. If you translate that in charges, that's quite a lot. Having those charges, may it be for a positive or negative earn charge, it's always good to have. Either way, we have Yamate split pushing now a bit as well, but he TPs instantly out when he has the feeling that someone is coming. And Titan, it's coming down to what I already said like 3 times. They are benching this entire game on later. They just don't want to do it right now. They want to do it later. Like, they just make sure Roshan is not happening. You just saw that with the Ice Blast, and then, I don't know, just circling around. That's too hot for Insidious Idol to go in there after all. But I'm not sure if, I don't know, relying on later in that game, if that's a good idea. Of course, KYXY, he's gonna get stronger and stronger. Level 3 Necro will come out in, I guess, 1.5 minutes if he keeps on farming like this, especially with the double creep wave coming bottom. But no, I just don't see it happening, because Mirana also starts to develop quite some right click. He got 3,600 gold. This is quite something.
What do you actually think he's gonna go for? I mean, I guess maybe Desolator. Of course, BKB might be a necessity at some point. Although I think they need to be aggressive, so Desolator
Divine
might be
Rapier,
the best.
like, I'm full-time serious. Divine Rapier, right away.
First
Bam,
item.
let's go. Best item. No, obviously it's not gonna happen. It's gonna be a BKB. I don't agree with this. I really don't agree with this. Like, maybe they hope that the Razor is gonna develop a bit more right click. I mean, Isera, yes, he can survive a lot better with the BKB, but his right clicks, nah. I really thought he gets more out of mid. At the moment, he's just focusing on stats. Full Magic 1, Aquila, drums. The bottle's still there. He has to keep a slot for a TP, face boots. Now a BKB taking 1 slot up, which means he's gonna drop the bottle. No.
Well, there is of course one extra bonus side to having a BKB, and that is you can kill the Necro books without taking the damage from them.
Yeah, but that's just one set of Necros. It's not like these Necros, they're gonna be crazy. Like, in the game we cast before, we had 2 Necro units, and there I understand it like that. For example, the Razor, he really could have just popped the BKB, and then with Eye of the Storm and everything, he just cleared out all the Necros without being harmed. This time, though, like,
well,
yeah,
with the
it's
BKB,
a little upside.
He can at least just aggressively leap into the team fight, go for Starstorm, and not be afraid of just getting hit by the Ice Blast, getting hexed up and fingered to death.
And talk
And of
about
course the
Ice
silence
Blast.
won't wreck him either.
That Ice Blast just hit the Roche Pit where they're already working on Roshan. This time though, it seems like, oh, they hit the Panda just in hope to bring him even lower, like close to shatter range. But Ohio is already there, and oh, look at the damage stolen. But he's so tanky though, like, but Razor, he just wants to get all this damage. There is a slow here on KYXY, but of course, if he uses his ultimate, he's completely not a factor from this.
Now, spotted, but Blink, Thunderclap, kinda get extinct, the pipe is popped as well, Plasma Field doesn't do anything in the Exorcism. They need to get Yamati down or not fight in the Exorcism, 1 out of the 2. But will they actually be able to accomplish it? There's the burst, like Mystic there, net He can't do anything at all but shred. Gets shredded from that Yamate. And well, Earth Panda, he comes out, but he's gonna go down probably. Exorcism, Crypt Swarm, yes, KYXY helps out a little bit as well. But now, Shapeshift ended.
This was just the support. That's the problem. This was just the support. All they did, like with Moonlight Shadow, on using all of their resources, all they managed is getting two supports that are actually really supporting. Like the Lion, Tranquil Boots is the only thing he got, like the only stats he gets is from the magic one, and pretty much the same goes for the Ancient Apparition, with the exception that he has a point booster, but that's also the only item, so just plus 150 HP. So killing those two targets, it definitely doesn't win you a medal. And I don't know, there was an arrow just flying into the Roche pit, so I mean, Isera knows what's going on. Yamate is gonna be stunned, but pretty much unimpressed.
Epicenter being channeled though, Pipe is also activated, so Epicenter won't do much, but the Pyro Strike is there. Can they snatch the Aegis? Nope, Isera gets fingered to death, silence not to shred, and they just gave away so much.
That's a disaster. I mean, not getting Roche, not getting Aegis, not getting a kill, and the Pipe on Ohio just doing so much work. Pipe on the Epicenter, like look at those 5 guys now, like they're absolutely not impressed. They were like, oh yeah, cool, Epicenter, it's a level 1 Epicenter against the Pipe. That means pretty much everything is absorbed.
Yeah, now another Berserk is there on Chegosaurus. Actually, KYXY pops his ultimate, the silence is there on Chegosaurus, completely demolished. Necrobooks of course helping out and Shred. Well, he just diebacked, and I think Titan, they just may have broken Insidious idle here. Looking at the buyback status, 2 buybacks already, or rather 1 buyback on cooldown of the Mirana.
And Exorcism is coming out as well. And we've been talking about that Flatstone, it's got so many charges, but look at it, they keep on fighting, and Titan, they don't have to fear anything at the moment.
Oh man, Eye of the Storm, it's just not nearly enough, even though it has an Aghanims upgrade to it as well. Oh wow. I mean, I want to check the graphs as well, and look at the swing. There was a pretty solid 3k gold lead for Insidious Idol, suddenly 7,500 for Titan, so a 10k swing altogether. XP also 10,000 from 7.5 in Insidious Idol's favor to 2.5 for Titan.
Yep, the XP really shows you. That's why I said like Titan was just planning on the later game, just waiting till everything they need is up, like the Pipe, like the mech, the Lycan on his level 3 Necro, all that stuff, and now it's there. And we see that Idol is just crumbling under that pressure. That's the biggest problem. The XP swing really shows you what's going on here. This is a 10k swing within 5 minutes. 10k in 5 minutes. That is 2 team fights, certain pickoffs, a Roshan, plus a Roshan with 2 cherries on top of the cake, since Mirana and the Sand King jumped in there. And of course the buybacks also on that side didn't help either. Like they even diminished more of Insidious Idol's gold lead, which is not a lead anymore, obviously. Now it's a disadvantage, 7.5k. It's, yeah, I think Titan, they can continue like this. They don't have to fear anything right now, especially because the Sand King, at the moment he doesn't get any levels, nothing, and the level 1 Epicenter against the Pipe, like how much magical damage has there to be to get through the Pipe with the Epicenter? That's, I don't know, Plasma Field plus the Epicenter, that will pretty much kill off the Pipe, and then everything else will start to do damage. But then of course we also have BKBs.
Shadow, they need Epicenter, I think. He goes in with the Burrow Strike, start channeling the Epicenter, and it does connect, but the Pipe once again negates absolutely everything. KYXY has his BKB bobbed. Well, the Wolf doesn't care at all, he's not amused, and now everybody's gonna get chased down. Can they get the Pandas? Yes they can. Earth Panda is gonna be next, probably. The physical damage is just a little bit too much as Ohio had his own BKB activated, or actually maybe he can come and blink out. It's gonna be so close. Oh man, that Ruling almost went down. Ohio slowed down now as well. Silenced up, will it be enough as Yamate, well, he chased down Ysera, got the kill on him as well.
Yep. And I've been talking about it like all the time. The Brulings even getting chased now. They don't have any respect for those Brulings. Why should you?
I mean, indeed, if you can kill them, just do it.
And this was without Exorcism. They killed the Brulings just with the Wolf chasing them. And now it's all about the defense again. But again, they can't do anything.
Yeah, it's just the Sand King having level 1 Epicenter. It's not enough damage, especially if there's a Pipe being on Bristleback, man.
Also, Brewmaster just had a small misplay there. He wanted to blink in and Thunderclap. Unfortunately, he got interrupted by something. I don't know what exactly it was, but either way, Titan, they just keep on going. Net was the only one to die anyway, so yeah, they just finished this tower. Go for the Rex. Pipe is up. That means also like the plasma field is not gonna do anything. Pipe still protecting them all. And I don't know, like, let's see. Do they want to go? I mean, Shapeshift would be ready. 30 seconds on the Exorcism, but it seems like they're going back, even though Net is returned, as well as the Ancient Apparition. I don't know, I think they could go. What are they waiting for?
Just playing it safe. Necro is actually off cooldown, but the Death Prophet's ultimate isn't, so Yamate TPs to the bottom lane with his boost of travels. And wants to get the last tier 2, I guess. They want to make sure that if they win a fight, they can get every single set of racks, I guess.
Yeah, but that's okay. That's a bit high goal, because I still think Idols could, I don't know, turtle out at least a bit. Then again, they just want to go systematically. They were like, okay guys, tier 3 down, let's go tier 2, get that gold on top of it. And it's not gonna make a change though, because we have all the core items, everything is out on the main targets, on the cores of Titan. Nothing's gonna change with that tower except for like the advantage. Roshan is still far away, so this is definitely something they don't want to wait for. Okay, push out mid, then go top. There was Net was drawing on the minimap, maybe that's what they want to go for. But the fact is, Insidious Idol, they need to put up a hell of a fight here to come in it. Either way, the creeps are inside the base, which means
no backdoor protection at the moment,
yep.
At least. They do back off for the time being. I guess waiting for all the heroes to arrive. And what's on the courier? It's a BKB for Yamate as well. Just to make sure he definitely does not go down.
And there's also more in it. There's a plate mail in it. For who is that plate?
Ohio. It's Ohio's. But he does actually, he gets it in his inventory. But now Exorcism. Oh, the glyph immediately blocked. Necrobox helping out Shu. Can he do enough in the front lines? Eye of the Storm Mystery actually kills the Necro Warrior. And
even
down to half
damage.
HP and Yamate. Is he gonna go man mode? Yes, the BKB activates it as well. Moonlight Shadows is there. Are they gonna buy enough time as Primal Split in the backlines? But those Brawlings might have a bad time as melee racks down. Titan, they got what they came for and maybe gonna get even a little extra.
Yep, the Panda has to be careful here. Maybe he gets that extinct kill, but no, it doesn't even look like it. And now the Earth Panda is going really low, but no, they're not gonna get him. Maybe that's enough. Yes, the Thunderclap.
Well, Shagasaurus still gonna get chased down by Hayo. A few more right clicks, Vicious Nasal Go getting stacked up. The last Quill Spray gets the kill, but they're losing heroes in the base as well. Yamate though drops low, cops an arrow to the back. Ysera, can he chase him down? BKB activated. Nope, the physical damage from KYXY. Even without the shapeshift, but now Shaga, he bought back, came in, blink, Thunderclap, one right click. They get KYXY, but melee barracks, they're still down, man. Even if they win this fight, they're already at a disadvantage and they might not even do so. Ohio, he's just so tanky, although he's so low on mana at the same time. Can it be enough? Net Finger of Death, just as Brewmaster blinked. Oh man.
He just wants to get the hell out of there, but yeah, the TP is not getting through and now it's just Ohio pretty much left. But you're absolutely right. They got what they came for, and even if Ohio goes down here, which I still doubt, because yeah, he can even change to PTs and is then pretty close to say it. Oh, Ysera is being scouted out here. There's an Ice Blast. Oh, one more step. One more step forward and it would have been done. But look at the Wolves. The Wolves are getting the range racks and nothing Ysera can do there.
Yeah, 2 sets of racks down. I mean, yes, 33 minutes in, not the worst situation, I guess. But it's not like they can start fighting any better, because looking at the buybacks, actually Shagasaurus was really the only one buying back last time around. I guess Sand King's respawn timer is just so low since he's level 9.
Yep.
Man, Lycan even has a Basher now.
Yeah, I don't know. Titan's will to push this was relatively low. I mean, it took them a while to actually go in frontally, and all the time they were holding back. And then for some reason they committed, got the objective, and then they just were around in the area and somehow didn't retreat together, which was strange. Because before they were playing so systematically and like sticking together, being super careful. But when it was about the melee racks down, they were like, everybody was like, oh sorry, AFK, I don't know, gotta grab a tea or something. And like, but either way, we have to see. Roshan should be up soon. No, actually no. Oh, Roshan's still quite on a timer. And
wow, it's actually almost maxed out. It's like 10 minutes and 50 seconds or something, 55 seconds maybe even. But look at Yamate's movement speed, 475. Just base movement speed.
Yeah, well, this is jumps and BOTs.
Shagasaurus, did they blink him out? Actually, they put down a sentry just to make sure nobody comes in from behind. With the Moonlight Shadows. Oh, and that's exactly what they want to do net though. If he gets the Hex on the Brewmaster, it might be all over for the net. Does he see him? Oh, the Thunderclap. Shaco starts waiting for the net.
No, he saw him.
Yeah, there's the Hex. Ice Blast to fly as well. Earth Spike is there. Finger of Death. Will they even use it? No, not so far. But there's the Mystic Flare net. Oh, poor support. But Shred, he came in and just died immediately on the Sand King. No epicenter, at least. Nothing that would actually have an impact. And now Ysera gonna get chased down as well. The physical damage, he gets the leap. Will he be fast enough to outrun the Wolf in Shapeshift? I don't know, but GG is gone.
Just chasing everything, and everything is shiny, full of BKBs. Maybe the Race is the last one to die. No, they won't. GG is being called. Brown is down. And Titan, I don't know, like very, very controlled game. Like absolutely disciplined, nice execution. I mean, they were 13 kills behind at some point. Like 3k, 4k, 5k, something like that in gold, and a bit more, 7.5k even in experience. But they didn't care at all. They took a stand where it was necessary, and everything else they were like, ah, sure, yeah, they got a pick off, happens. They got a tower, happens, okay. Then at Roshan we saw the first time like the really like an initiative. They were like, no, Roshan, we're not gonna give you that. So there is something gonna happen, and the Ice Blast drove them out easily. And yeah, from there on they just, I don't know, spiraled on, got Roshan, and I don't know, the rest is history.
Yep, so we'll see if Insidious Idol can actually kind of reset their mindset and coming to game number 2, tie up the series, take it to game 3. Of course, Titan, they definitely don't want to give away any games. They are pretty strong, and funny enough, they were actually at a kill disadvantage overall, even while ending the game. But doesn't really matter if you can get objectives. So guys, we will find out what will happen in game number 2, Insidious Idol versus Titan. It's gonna come up in a couple minutes time. We're gonna head into the lobby. So just some music in between, and if you liked us, be sure to follow us. You can find all the necessary links below the stream. So see ya in game number 2.